Alright, so with the reach forward, you're reaching forward well, but you see how your hands sort of come in and just enter and then straight down. If you were to enter and then kind of knife forward, so enter maybe just slightly closer to your head and then roll your arm forward, I think that would make it a little smoother. Your rotation is pretty good and your extension is pretty good as far as those things go. Arm recovery, your arms are pretty much recovering as a straight arm, and what it causes is you see the sort of side-to-side wobbling, let's say.
Then then go to the middle and then swim back.
So if you were to swim with more of a bent elbow recovery, it would eliminate some of that side-to-side wobble, and that's a streamline issue. So see how your head is going back and forth side to side? That's caused by some of that with the arms. Now with the right arm, your hand is in the proper position when you're starting the stroke, but your forearm is not really. So you want your hand and your forearm to both be going vertical early in the stroke. So if you can get your forearm to do the same thing that your hand is after you extend and roll forward, that will be good. With the left arm, I'll watch out when that goes by again. Also with the right arm, you're finishing the stroke a little early, so push all the way through with that right arm. So the left arm is entering a little smoother, and then you're doing more of a classic sort of straight arm pull where you're pulling down and then pulling back. So the problem with that is that first third of the stroke is not really pulling your body forward. It's just kind of pushing water down. Kick looks pretty good, so I don't see any issues with the kick. But yeah, so two parts for your strokes: a smoother entry, well, a smoother recovery and entry, and then working on more high elbow catch. Really gonna do the trick for you. Now there's a freeze frame here, so you get a slow motion sort of look at your stroke. So you see how your hand is already bent? You would want that to be going forward originally so that you're extending and rolling. You also see you're starting the stroke, but you haven't rotated under your side at all. So, you know, the combination of those two really will improve your streamline. And then arm is sort of pulling down here, right? So the hand is in the right position, but it's probably not doing a whole lot of good, because your arm is moving more down. Now your arm is moving back, and this is when you really start your forward momentum. So that first third of the stroke, probably just, you know, taking some energy but not really moving you forward well. Now as you finish the stroke, you see how your hand has gone up, so your hand is pointing up. You want your hand to still be pointing back or parallel to the back wall of the pool at that point. So, you know, working on the finish, it's not as important as the front, but it's going to help. So left arm, a little smoother. Arm came in together, you know, hand and arm at the same time. You still want to have the hand enter first. You get a little more rotation on this side, and then notice how your hand, forearm, and upper arm are all one line when we're looking at it from the side here, and you're pushing down. So not until starting to pull a little bit here, but not until this frame coming up are you really pulling forward. So again, that first part of the stroke, not getting a whole lot of power or propulsion from that part of the stroke. And then you get a pretty good pull through the middle here. and then a decent finish, but keep that hand pointed, back towards the back wall. So hope that helps.